little short story about my dad. When me and Norm were little babies and twins, I can still remember, I don't know if people told me the story or what, but he'd carry one of us under each arm. And then he'd smile that big, like that smile you see in there, and say, "These are my boys," you know? And so we always felt like he was proud of us. Never made us feel like he wasn't. Even when we did something wrong, he didn't make us feel like he wasn't proud of us. So he often intervened between Mother and us, and not much, but once in a while. He was a sweet, loving man, and I just loved him dearly. Yeah, just loved him dearly. They sold some toys. I stuffed something I thought I'd like to have, and I stuffed it in my shirt. Just about that time, my dad came around the corner and saw me. And he walked up to me and he said, "Do you know you'd break your mother's heart if she saw you doing that?" Oh boy, talk about a hit below the belt. Oh, I quickly put it back, you know. And I didn't steal anything after that. But that was his response. "Don't you know that'd break your mother's heart if she saw you doing it?" When they lived out in Spartanburg, my mother always had a cat. Occasionally had a dog, but she always had a cat. They used to be always called it Kitty Cadenza. This one time, we were out there visiting. I've forgotten how it happened, maybe Joyce will remember, but the cat broke its leg, or it threw its leg out of its socket. Dad just panicked. He didn't know what to do. Of course, anything to do with medicine of the body, he didn't know anything. That was a bad deal for him. Anyway, so he panicked. Joyce said, "Oh, for heaven's sake," he pulled his leg out and put it back in the socket. But he was just really tore up about the poor cat. He thought sure he was going to die. He was right on a Greyhound bus from South Carolina to Texas to see us. As long as they had a bathroom on the bus. He had bladder problems, as long as I can remember. And we were always stopping for Dad to go to the bathroom. He had one other thing. He suffered from indigestion most of his life. And his only relief was bromo seltzer. Probably never heard of it, but it's an old version of, early version of Alka-Seltzer. You buy it in a little package, like a sugar package you get at the store, a little bigger than that, and put some water, and it would just fizz like crazy. And it'd foam up quite a bit too. And he'd drink that thing straight down and feel a lot better. Somehow we heard that wasn't good for you. So we should try to talk him out of taking them. But not too much, because he was, you know, they helped him, so I shouldn't criticize him for it. But he was born with a cleft palate. We call it a hair lip. And it was really an ugly one. Bad. He was always getting teased about it when they were little kids. You know, little kids don't have, they're merciless sometimes. He wouldn't put up with all that teasing and stuff. He'd wade into a guy, start a fight. And no matter how big he was, he did pretty good, apparently. The story was that he was in and out of reform school before he was 12. Because he didn't skip school, he was always doing something he shouldn't. Finally got so bad that the judge told him, "You either go in the army or you're going to jail." That was really bad news. So he talked to his mother into lying about his age, He was only 14. So she lied about it, and he went in. Well, anyway, their outfit went to Hawaii during World War One. And it's strange, he liked to tell the story during World War II, how they had an escort from the United States to Hawaii by Japanese warships. He thought that was quite ironic, you know. This is, 1918, and somehow they decided that all they're going to need to get injection. Everybody lined up to the dispensary to get their shots. A nurse was ready to give Dad his shot, and for some reason, she panicked, and she broke the needle off while it was still sticking in her. Dad just put his finger on the end of it. He didn't know what to do. Pretty soon a doctor came by, and he said, "Can you help me with this?" or something like that. The doctor says, "Oh, for hell's sake." He just pulled it out, everything was okay. My dad passed out like a cold as a life. He used to like to tell that story, but for the rest of his life, all you had to do was talk about blood, he would pass out. I saw him do it when I was 16 years old. In our kitchen one night, somebody was visiting, and I don't know how the subject came up, but it did, and he passed out. And we'd take Norton and break all these broken arms and everything else. Couldn't hardly get him to the doctor because he'd pass out on the way. My mother gets so disgusted with him, and he'd have to drive the car, he'd have to pull over and stop. That much.
Norm has had double broken arms and several, I don't know how many he had. Anyway, it was tough on Norm. His dad, here's this great big man, and he'd see blood and he'd pass out.
He was a sweet, loving man, and I just loved him dearly. Yeah, just loved him dearly.